Hello, this is a series on ideas and intelligence is very, very attractive. It should be, though. So we are going to be talking about the next idea, which we talked about last time as an introduction, that IQ alone was not enough, and therefore Daniel Goleman brought the idea of EQ way later. So 1920, Alfred Binet about IQ, and 60 years later in 1980 really, Daniel Goleman said that no, just this is not enough for success in life. We also need to develop interpersonal intelligence, the key there being empathy and understanding each other, intrapersonal intelligence, which is going within, understanding your own strengths, weaknesses, your own values, your own beliefs, and so on, and also that leads to social intelligence. So what was it that was missing? What we said is Goleman research makes us really think that human beings do not live in isolation, and just being good at math and just being good at language or logic is not really going to make you successful in life, because you're constantly interacting with people. And therefore sharpening the social intelligence is extremely necessary for success in the world. That's what Goleman said. Now this actually, I believe, is the genesis of what is popularly known as self-awareness. Because what is self-awareness? Or I also like to call it spirituality. Self-awareness is nothing but being aware of your own beliefs, your own strengths, your own weaknesses, what angers me, what makes me enthusiastic, what motivates me, and so on. And you can do that if you're high on intrapersonal intelligence first, and then interpersonal intelligence also. So that was the idea that Goleman gave, and it tests both interpersonal and intrapersonal intelligence. But we have to know that there is no standardized test for EQ. Never try to measure that. There is a standardized test for IQ, which we did before this in the previous episode. But what Goleman talks about and promotes, and this is something that we really need to think of as teachers, how do we also encourage mindful living, mindful thinking, mindful learning, and mindful teaching in our classrooms? How do we encourage metacognition? That means, am I aware of my own thoughts, my values, my beliefs? How do I change those? How do I break out of category traps, and so on? Langer has done a lot of research on mindful thinking, and that is what we need to bring to our classrooms, and Goleman also suggests that. Because, as we know, intelligence is dynamic, and it uses all the three facilities of the body, the mind, and the intellect. It's not just the intellect, it's the body, the mind, and the intellect. We have known this earlier during our courses as teacher, when we were preparing to become teachers. We've known this as the head, the heart, and the hand, which Gandhi told us. Okay? So we've known this. It's the same as the head is the intellect, the heart is the mind, and the hands is the body. All three are in action because learning is very dynamic, as the brain is a dynamic living system, and therefore we need to engage all three when we want to develop good human beings who will be socially successful and personally successful as well. If you like what we present, do subscribe to our channel. The further episodes will bring other ideas on intelligence, each one more fascinating than the previous one. So stay with us. Thank you.